Well, it's Friday, everybody. I haven't done a video in a while, so I've been busy here. Last week was wicked rainy, and that wasn't any fun. And this whole yard was, well, I was gonna say shite, but there's Wes unloading. But this week, I don't know, it turned out to be a really good week. This hill up here, up past the truck, it doesn't look that steep, and that's only about a quarter, halfway up where it turns. Well, when we first started this job, it was like dead sand, so it was so dry that we had to push the truck out every trip. The road up there, it's a wicked hard yank. After last week, once this started to dry out, it actually packed a little, so Mark's been able to make it out every trip this week, which made a huge difference. So we're almost done this job, so that's kind of nice. You see the foggy this morning. So I think, I don't know, we're due 17 loads or so this week, which is pretty good for us. So I'm gonna complain about that. That's a big nasty pile of pine pulp. So keep saying but it's Friday, so we're at the end of the week. Markets have been real funky, so that hasn't necessarily been the most ideal thing. So, but we're working our way around it. So may not be the easiest thing with quotas and mainly hardwood pulp, but I guess that's part of the deal, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. So people there standing here like narrating, it's like I always feel like I'm a little bit of a dummy. Like, oh, there's a bucket of pine logs. Look at that. Wow. What are they gonna do with that? Hopefully, we're gonna make clairboards or tongue and groove. You know, they're gonna take that to the mill and pile it up and spray water on it. So it doesn't, you know, I'm trying to explain things. I should probably be more jovial like this. Maybe the video would be more interesting. Look at that. He's jamming the bucket in like this so he can wedge it in there and get a big bucket of pine logs. See that short one? He's gonna grab it and set it off to the side so it's not with the 16s. See that? There's a little piece of white birch hanging off the bucket. Oh. Ooh, that one must be 22 inches. That's a big one. Some shorties. Ooh. Ooh, all done. Look at that spruce log. I think we can build a log cabin with that. Mark doesn't like being on video. He gets clammed up. He doesn't mind being on video and running the loader though. See, look at it right there. He's probably even got a smile out of him. He's shy on camera, but he's not shy about loading pine logs, so that's okay. Wes is going back in the woods. I've got to cut that big ugly piece of garbage and that one next to it. No big deal before we leave. Landowner's got blueberries over there, or she's worried about the branches breaking off, and then I gotta go up in there and cut a few more for some other guy that wants some off their lawn and around the house. Pine logs, pine logs, pine logs. I should probably do something today too. I got a little bit of processing left. We had a wicked thunderstorm come through the other day. It knocked down popple tree there. There's a few more up the road that I got to clean up too. So, yep, there's the big one. zoom in a little bit. The pile never looks that big, but wood adds up quick. He loads all the 10s and 12s on the back tier and doubles them up. And then once he gets all the short ones that he wants to put there, then he'll put the 16s on the sides and over, and then top it off. You can't double up short logs on the front tier, not enough room. So it's always really nice for the truck driver and loader operator to load pine logs too. And you load pretty quick when you're grabbing all 16s. You look at the back side of the pile and it looks a lot bigger than the front side. All the butts are piled this way. Big one. That's a big old fatty. I double cut that one. We also have to make sure we keep up with hauling pine because this time of year, as humid as it gets, it'll stain. So if it gets too much blue stain in it, they'll reject it. So you really can't let it sit around any more than, say, a week or so. I'm gonna start loading the back tier. That's a nice bucket. I'd like to cut that size pine logs all the time. I'd be happy. Getting there. I don't know if you can see. Well, I was thinking I'd be able to show you some of the. It starts to mold, like the discoloration on the logs. You can't really tell from here, but it'll start to. I'm trying to think what it'd be like, but it looks like mold on bread on the outside, and on the outside you can see that dark where the bark's off. That's where it started to mold, but it hasn't bled into the log yet. If it had spoiled, you'd see it along where that white sap is. You'd see that would be discolored. It almost looks like gray is starting to seep inside the wood on the butt. Then you can tell it was started to stain. A little more on the front. He's probably saving certain logs to, he looks at while he's loading, and he'll pick different logs depending on the diameter and what they look like and fit that in the load where he wants it. Like that smaller pine will fill the gaps a little better, and that way you can load it level on the top. You get those great big ones, and you got to find the right spot where those will fit. So every time he grabs a bucket of wood, he's grabbing a log to fit a certain spot on that load. He already knows where he wants to put it. 2 little 16s. Probably gonna put one on the side right there. Will fit. Yeah. See, he knows exactly right where he wants to put that one, and then one right there. And that's getting his load just about where he wants it. There's a reason for the madness. And people would think that there's not much to this, but there is. Oh, you just loaded a truck. Well, no, it's not like that. You gotta, you know, they're thinking about how they want to load it and how they want to plan it, and you know, get everything just the way they want it, so you can get on, you know, a legal load and the way you want to do it, and have it look good and be a safe load too. So those bigger ones, and he was saving that for the back. Because this works out pretty good too. We needed to get rid of a lot of this pine. Was starting to get a little, it's not spoiled, but see that one right there, it's got a lot of that moldy shit on there on the outside, and they have to water all this pine or else it'll stain. So I probably already mentioned that, but it's good to, Mark's good too, because I'm not saying all truck drivers, but you know, if you have a pile of pine logs going on, when you're loading, you need to kind of make sure that you're not just loading all the fresh wood that we're bringing out, because if you do that, then you'll have wood that sits here too long and it'll spoil, and once it spoils, you got to throw it in the pine pulp, which you don't want to do that either. So this is going to work out to be just about a perfect load of pine logs. So I thought there'd be a little more left over, but this is going to work out just about right. So he's got to keep the wood down a little bit to stay legal, legal weight. Perfect, last bucket. We got all the pine logs picked up, so everything we bring out now will be fresh. We don't have to worry about anything spoiling, and that's just about a perfect load. I don't think we could have done that any better. So that's a good deal for Friday. He puts his bucket over the back there. That's how they set the bucket after he's loaded. Well, I actually got a video done this week, so I don't know how it'll turn out. So hopefully everybody enjoyed and they're having a good summer and everything's going well. This is more of a dreary Friday. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy your weekend and you're having some good weather. Make sure to like and subscribe, share, and